Wow, I'm giving hella mood lighting vibes right now. I'm giving you lint on my shirt. I'm giving you filming in the middle of the night because my phone would not upload the original video that I filmed earlier today. What is up, party people? I'm here with you in the evening times. I originally filmed this video earlier today, and I'm recording on my phone. And I thought, I have this nifty little 4K situation on my phone. Like, let me give it a shot. But you know what? Now I can't get it to upload anywhere. I can't get it to Dropbox. I can't get it to Google Drive. I can't airdrop it onto my computer. I am stuck with it. So here I am now, 8:30 p.m. looking raggedy. Already took off my foundation. Luckily I kept my eyebrows on. And I'm a bit haggard, but I digress. Anyways, I am here for part 2 of my A Scaredy Cat Takes Horror. And this week, we watched some horror movies. This, out of all of the mediums for horror, books, shows, etc., is the one I think I engage in the most. I by no means watch that many horror movies, but I will say I've watched more horror movies than I've read books, watched TV shows, what have you. And, there's been some movies that I've been wanting to watch because I think horror movies can be really cool. But I'm a little bitch, you know what I'm saying? So I took this opportunity for the series to watch a couple of movies that I've been wanting to watch for a while now, but hadn't had the nerve to. With that being said, let's jump into the movies that I watched. The first one that I watched was Paranormal Activity, a classic, if you will, I think. I don't really know. I just know everyone talks about it. This came out, I think, 2007, but commercially came out in 2009, and it follows our two characters, a couple, Mika and Katie, who recently moved into a house in the suburbs, and there's some spooky things happening, and they're trying to get to the root of it. Mika is something of an amateur cameraman, documentarian. I don't really know what his deal is. All I know is that he was annoying AF and was gaslighting Katie the entire time, and I didn't like him. He ends up setting these camera situations up, and the whole film is actually filmed kind of vlog style, if you will. It's all through the camera footage that he gets during the day and at night when they're trying to catch these spooky happenings. And it turns out that Katie is the one who's really being haunted, not the house. And I don't think this is a spoiler, but she has been haunted her whole life or something like that. And so it's just kind of following her, and they're trying to figure out what's going on. But anyways, I have some vlog footage of myself live reacting to this movie, so I'm gonna insert some of that now, and I gave some of my in the moment thoughts about this movie. Hello, party people. It is Sunday. I think it's October 11th, and we're starting week 2 of A Scaredy Cat Takes on Horror, and we're watching horror movies this week. The first one, Paranormal Activity. So my understanding so far is that they seem to be aware that something weird is happening in their house, so they're trying to film it and catch it happening while they're sleeping. I thought it was something where it just kind of happened and they didn't know it was gonna happen. But I guess not. Dang, they live in a nice house. They got a pool and everything. Okay, so a psychic is coming to their house. So that'll be interesting, I suppose. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of bored with this movie right now. I am I guess I'm only 10 minutes in, but it's only like an hour and 20 minutes. But I'm kind of bored, I'm not gonna lie. You know, my question is, what do these people do for a living? Because this is a really nice house, and so far they just seem to be in their homes. It could be the weekend, though. This psychic is saying that there's potentially a demon in this house. Not just a ghost, but a demon. Why would you go and get a Ouija board to communicate with said demon, is my question. See, this is why white people be doing too much in these movies. Like, why? What's the purpose? What's the purpose of communicating with this demon? You don't need to do all of that. You're just gonna bring negative shit into this house. Ooh, no. Why is this dude like, this is so cool? Like, Katie's like, yo, like, this demon has been following me all my life. Like, I'm not excited about this. And he's like, lol, like, get a grip. Oh. Oh my god. I told y'all jump scares get me. It wasn't even a jump scare. She just like aggressively woke up from a nightmare and I like Ooh. Mika, he's gonna die. This is what I'm thinking is gonna happen because he's playing some dumb games. I don't know why he's trying to antagonize whatever's going on in this house. Y'all should call that demonologist or whatever. Do you hear this, man? He's mad dumb. This demon is gonna come and kill him. I'm telling you. Oh my god. Setting up a ladder to go up into the attic that opened on its own. Come on. Man's gonna die. I'm telling y'all, man's gonna die. He died. Oh my god, Katie disappeared. Did this movie scare me? Not in particular. I don't know if it was maybe the style. You would think the whole intimate setting of it being kind of vlog style would freak me out more, but it kind of did the opposite. I felt like kind of disconnected. And maybe the movie is just not that scary, but I don't know. I will say it does a really good job of setting up like a tense atmosphere. A lot of it is very slow pace. It's just sitting there waiting for something to happen. So it'll be at night. The camera footage is going. It'll fast forward to somewhere between usually 1 and 4 in the morning, and it'll stop. And then suddenly, you know, like slowly little weird creepy things would happen. And every night or every few nights, it'll kind of like up its ante. It'll get worse. And I did feel a little tense. I actually went to a Spirit Halloween store later that day with some friends. And I remember being a little, spooked. A little spooked at night, you know, see a shadow. I'm like, what's going on over there? But overall, I wasn't particularly scared by this movie. And it was okay. I don't know that I would revisit this movie at all. Yeah, those are my thoughts on that. All right, so the second movie that I watched for this series is Train to Busan, and this is a Korean horror zombie flick that follows a father trying to take his daughter to Busan from Seoul to take her to her mother. And on the way, on the train ride, zombies happen. There's some sort of virus outbreak situation that starts turning people into zombies. They start attacking people. They start, eating people and turning other people into zombies. And it's a hot mess, okay? And of course I have some footage here. So let's roll to the live reactions. What is up, crusty animals? That was kind of aggressive. I take it back. What is up, cuties? It is Tuesday evening. I'm going to be watching Train to Busan this evening. I'm excited. It's a movie that I've wanted to watch for a while now, but I've been too much of a wimp and none of my friends wanted to watch it with me. So I'm biting the bullet and watching it on my own. It's nighttime. Probably not the best idea, but it's the only time I got right now. So let's get it started. Ooh. Zombie deer. Zombie deer. Oh no, get away from her. She's zombified. Oh my gosh, she's about to be attacked. This stewardess is about to get attacked. Oh no. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, freaking yikes. I like how the authorities are like, oh, there are violent riots breaking out. Does this look like a normal violent riot to you? I mean, they're eating people. Their eyes don't look right. They're contorting. I mean, what do you... Get it together. Oh, so they're purposefully hiding the fact that these are zombies, I'm assuming. Now they're trying to block people from saying the word zombies. Is this really the way to react to this situation? Kind of sounds like it's making it worse, but let me keep on watching this movie. Also, random side note, I just realized that the dude from Parasite, the son, is also in this movie. I was like, hang on, he looks familiar. Yikes. Suan was like, yo, you only care about yourself, and that's why mom left. Yikes. My favorite character just got turned. I'm upset. So, again, the number one question, did this scare me? And I will say, slightly. More than anything, I was stressed. Stressed out of my mind, okay? When I tell you my body was tense for an hour and a half, I didn't even realize until I took a breath after the movie was over how tense my body was. I literally felt it drop. I was so stressed watching this movie. I was scared for all of the characters. Oh my gosh, it was so much. But I really, really enjoyed this movie. And I think that's because of all of the emotional beats there is a cast of characters. While the main focus is on the father and the daughter, there is a cast of characters. Film does a good job with utilizing every scene and moment in the movie. It's about 2 hours long, so not particularly short and not particularly long. Pretty like standard movie time, but it is very action-packed and it really is doing a lot, but it handles it really well. And because we have this ensemble cast, you would think, oh man, like how are we gonna get enough out of these characters? Like, are we really gonna have enough time to get to know them? But that's where they utilize every scene well. They do just enough to give us little glimpses of the characters so that you feel emotionally attached to them or otherwise. But you get a good sense of who they are in a short amount of time. So I think that was really well done. I liked the movie, I liked it. I liked it a lot. I don't know why I waited so much time to watch it. It came out in 2016. I do know why. I was scared to watch it. But wow, it was great and I'm so glad I watched it. Go watch it if you haven't. I know there's a sequel that kind of came out this year. Didn't really seem like there was a wide release, and I've heard mixed things about it. So don't know if I'm going to watch it. But if you haven't seen the original Train to Busan, absolutely phenomenal. Chef's kiss. And the final movie that I watched for this Scaredy-Cat Takes on Horror movie edition was Midsommar. And I'll be honest, this was the one I was the most nervous about. I got it in my head somehow that this was a lot more gory body horror, psychological thriller than I got. But before I get into my thoughts, let's jump into what this movie is about. It follows, again, kind of a couple. Couples are a thing in horror movies, I guess. It follows Danny, played by Florence Puh? I don't know how to pronounce her last name, but I freaking love her. This is the third movie that I've seen her in, and she just is so versatile. Every movie that I've seen her in now, she's played a completely different character and just killed it. So I just chef's kiss to her as well, But Danny and Christian, they've been together for a while now, but their relationship is just not doing well. Christian sucks. Okay, when I tell you I've never hated a character so much, that's a lie, but I did not like him. I did not like him at all. Gaslit the fuck out of Danny. But anyway, her boyf, Christian, and his friends are anthropology students. One of them in particular wants to study the midsummer festivities in European countries. So they all end up going on this trip to Sweden, and Danny tags along to go to one of their friends who's like an exchange student type of situation, who is from Sweden. They go to his town called Harga. It's a very small village community, and they have like this very intricate, wild midsummer festivities. And so they're going to observe that and kind of just be a part of it. And the one driving thing about Danny's story in this is that her parents and her sister pass away in a particularly, I don't want to say gruesome, but a very dark way. I won't give away what happens, but they pass away. And so she's really reeling and grieving from this loss. And on top of that, her relationship with Christian is really struggling, and he's just not emotionally supporting her in the way that she needs, particularly as she's going through this trauma. And so she just kind of ends up going on this trip. I don't really understand why she did, to be honest, but she ends up tagging along, and she is kind of like our main character, if you will. I did end up getting like some vlog footage, but honestly, there wasn't a lot of things that I felt the need to react to as I was watching it, so I'm just not going to include that and just chat now about my thoughts. Number one, did this movie scare me? Not in the slightest, which was really disappointing because I could tell that this was supposed to be a psychological thriller. There were definitely gory parts in the movie, and I just don't know if maybe I'm desensitized to gore. It doesn't usually bother me, but sometimes it does, and I don't know what the line is for me. I'm still trying to figure that out. But in this case, it was particularly gory, so if that's something that is going to affect you in any way, I'd be on the watch for that. But I don't know if it was just maybe the way it was filmed or just like the whole tone of the movie. I just felt so the entire time watching it. I felt very indifferent. Even in the moments where I could tell like I was supposed to be scared or I was supposed to be thrilled or I was supposed to be tense about something that was going to happen, I just felt completely indifferent, which was very disappointing. It's like I could see the vision, the idea and the story was interesting, but the execution was lacking. And again, cinematography, the filming, it was all really well done. But I think it was missing a lot of the emotional beats that really would have like taken this movie to the top. And I know this is like a really well-liked movie, but also kind of mixed reviews. It seems like people either absolutely adore this movie or don't like it. I'm kind of just in the middle. It's like I mentioned, I could see the vision for this movie, but the execution wasn't there. And I think a lot of that has to do with Danny and her emotional arc. I really thought the whole trauma that she was going through was going to come back in a meaningful way. But it really was just used in trippy moments meant to freak you out or disturb the viewer. And I just thought, what was the point? And the ending, I don't know. I thought maybe it was just I'm too dumb to understand this movie, but the ending left something to be desired. I really don't understand what I was supposed to glean from it. I don't know what kind of arc Danny went on. It was just, the whole thing was I don't know what the point of this movie was. I don't know what I was supposed to learn from it. Maybe nothing. Maybe it just is supposed to be what it is, but based on, some of the ideas in the movie, I would assume that I was supposed to take away something, and I can't figure out what that is supposed to be. So if you've seen this movie, I'd love to know your thoughts down below. But, and I was chatting with a friend as I was watching it and afterwards, and she had a lot of the same thoughts as me as well. I don't know. I was kind of disappointed by it, but it is what it is. All right, so lastly, I just wanted to give a couple of rankings of these movies. First, the scary ranking. This is going to be ranking the movies in terms of scariness. So number 3, I would say Midsommar. Number 2, Paranormal Activity. And number 1 being Train to Busan because bitch was tense, okay? In terms of just like enjoyability and just like what I would like rank the movie normally, not in terms of scariness, I would say Paranormal Activity at 3rd, Midsommar at 2nd, and Train to Busan at 1st. Train to Busan just happened to be the scariest one for me and also the movie that I like the best out of all 3. Midsommar I did enjoy more than Paranormal Activity just because there was more substance. But Paranormal Activity did freak me out a little bit more than Midsommar, which didn't scare me at all. But anyways, that is all I have for you today, folks. Go ahead, like, comment, follow me on Instagram, Twitter, friend me on Goodreads. I'll have all of that linked down below. I'll also go ahead and link the playlist. I mean, there's only one video in it, but my video that I did on horror books that I read. And I will catch y'all in the next video. Stay spooky, friends.